compound in the city, can't recover my head. There's only one defeated, since I wear my head, it will melt down winds will let it in. There is a compound in the city, can't recover my head.
Hello. Hello, everybody. Happy New Year, guys. Finally, we're back in the studio after the celebrations. Hope you guys did spend a good New Year Eve, good first of the year. If you wanna let me know how you spent the night, feel free to tell me in the chat. Who's there, who's watching. All right, so here is basically the project from the previous lives, and I've left it where it was since the previous lives, so it's pretty much the same, and we'll keep going from here. I'm gonna stop the music now, and yeah, hey Gonzalo, good to see you here. Thanks for joining. Happy to have you here. So let's give a check to the track because I completely forgot about how it was sounding. I still have to check it out.
Dub.
These are some vocals that I had to relocate. Okay, get it. Is the volume loud enough on your end, guys? Please let me know. Should be. It's already hitting 0 dB, so it should be loud enough. Yeah, very simple loop right now. I remember I imported this audio file the last time, but I still have to touch it. And I think I will touch this when I go back to when I go to the arrangement window, because cutting and warping and doing audio manipulation is much, you can't do it here at full, so we'll do it on the other side. Thanks Gonzalo for letting me know everything's fine. Cool. So I have few options here, few options for adding some stubs and some pads. I have this one. Then I think this is the original stub. Oh no, this is a background. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I think there's nothing much here to be used, so I think before moving to arrangement, I will try to add some more musical instruments on this side. Wait, what's going on here? Sorry. On this side. Okay. And so I'll do that completely experimenting, so I don't want to now think about something already, because if I do that sometimes I keep doing the same things that I'm comfortable with, so I'm gonna try something different. And hey Laurent, good to see you here. Where in France are you from? And I'm gonna go with Contact. Oh yeah, I remember last time we we briefly talked about this. This is a Contact Play Series instrument. It's sample based, so you don't have like full freedom, but it's filled with good sounds, so it's worth to. It's pretty housey as a synth, because it's it's inspired to the house music sounds. I think we can find something better. Yeah, we need something a bit more interesting. It's not bad. It's a arpeggiated sound. And there's a sequence, but I think I can. I like this type of sounds to play it like a sort of lead, not a lead, but close to that. Very short notes. That can be a start. Then duplicating this, but just deleting here. I think I need a break here, so I'm gonna switch this up. Sort of melody. Let's see what we can do if we work a little bit on the effects. Or so this the that's pretty cool. Maybe we keep it simple, like a small. can play a little bit more with the effects. So the point is to keep this thing also rhythmic, instead of, falling into the cheesy side with a too simple melody. It'd be cool to automate this. So when it does the longer note, I make it longer. Hey Todd, this is Ableton Live 12 Suite. So it's the upper version, let's say, but also I think the one that most of the people have. And yeah, it has infinite. I don't know if it's infinite, but you can create plenty of channels. If you are on lower, let's say, versions, you have a limit on the number of channels you can have. Okay, that's pretty cool. I like it. One more thing that you can do when you have these kind of things is, keep going with the effects. I don't want to overdo things by adding effects on everything, but just so you can see a little bit of what you can achieve with some more crazy effects. We can try some effects by unfiltered audio. I think I have it here. Well, this is pretty cool. It's not like a crazy effect, but it's making things sounding more lo-fi. Check it out. There's the vinyl noise. It's a bit like RC20, but just a different take on making a sounding more lo-fi. This is another one, again by unfiltered audio. This is more of a frequency shifter. So you transpose the pitch and do all sorts of modulations. See? I think some of them are a bit too exaggerated. Hey Daniel, welcome. Well, yeah, I don't want anything too exaggerated, especially on the pitch side. But I want to try a few other options. This is a sort of granular effect. It's just resample, repeat things, and modulate them. You can create this sort of atmospheres. Keeps going. Jesus. I think these type of effects are more interesting on vocals or simpler things. This synth is already, harsh on its own, so I don't want to overload it with other stuff. So I will leave it like that. Oh yeah, that's a first idea. Let's try another one. I'm enjoying starting with Contact because it has both sound, I mean synths that you can use, but also you can look among loops and one shots. Also now they just started this new leap. It's another sample player that is a new thing by Native Instrument. But yeah, if you go here on instruments, I have quite a few, so I can look for sounds. It's also compatible. Actually, not Contact, but if you go with Complete Control, it's compatible with Diva, with other sound, with other synths from other companies, which is also cool. There are some very cool synth for backgrounds. Let's say inside Contact, like these Evolve Mutation things. There are some lo-fi inspired synthesizers. So there's a lot of stuff, and it's worth experimenting. Um, but the point, but the point when you are making a track, I think it's fine with the experimentation. I say I want to go with the flow, and yeah, that's absolutely a cool thing. But especially when you are not like in the early phase of a track where you, of course, need to need some happy accidents or some random ideas that you find by looking among things. When you are at this stage where the track already has something, I think it's better to listen to the track and try to imagine what you would like to hear. Or if your imagination doesn't help, you can check other tracks, some references, and try um, to find ideas on what to add. Remember, you can always add stubs, you can add pads, you can add melodies, you can add a vocal, you can add percussion, which it's a bit more than just creating the groove. It's having its own voice. So there are a lot of options. Let's check the track and see what could work. I'm gonna take away this sort of melody. To me right now, all I would like to hear is a repetitive vocal. I don't know, it's like a very whispered type of vocal, but that keeps repeating and keeps creating a mood and a groove. So at this point, I think I will record everything on the other window, and so that we can work on that vocal. So I'm gonna press stop here and record. All right. Let's now press play here so we get on this window. I'm just gonna work on a 9 bars loop or something like that, maybe even less for now, like 4 bars. Okay, 9 bars is better. Okay, now we will scan through this this vocal here. It's a very long interview, so probably lower the volume here. Probably we will have to this Ableton thing is so annoying. It's so slow, when you have to make something much longer. You need to keep zooming out if you want to do it quicker. They still didn't fix that. Okay, now just randomly.
Everything okay? We're gonna get into it. You okay? Tell me the truth. Are you okay? Bobby, be real. We have 4 more seconds to be real. Are you okay? Welcome back to you. But my friend.
Are you rich?
I mean, some people call me that. I go by Rick.
I really don't like Bobby Althoff, to be honest.
Thanks for trying it again.
She's not nice, but I like the tone of her voice.
For trying it again.
I like your tattoos.
Thank you.
You will.
Yes.
Yeah, but there are not, like, I need the longer phrase.
What? Are you
Podcast. You were like, oh, I'm gonna have you on mine, and people kept saying that, oh, you should have Bobby on your podcast and me on it. You didn't make it happen, but the second I finally start to take off, who calls me? I called you for help. I didn't call you to come on your podcast. You're trying to be funny, but
off energy? And I said that because at the end of the podcast.
Sorry, it's a television academy. You get this 4 again, and I'll say.
Oh, come on. What is this?
You just pushing the camera back to speed things up a little? Yeah. Great.
Yeah, boring work, guys. Have you ever, guys, found yourself doing this type of audio editing when you look for vocals? I mean, what's your favorite ways to do that?
I was driving.
So how would that make you late?
It's not an apology, Rick. It's not an apology, Rick.
Okay, this is not bad.
That you're being an asshole. Okay. I am sorry that you're being an asshole.
Okay, that was really not. It's not an apology, Rick.
Did you pump in the parking lot, or did you pump while you were driving?
While I was driving.
So how would that make you late?
I had to pour the milk into the bags in the parking lot.
Did it take 10 minutes?
Yes.
I don't quite trust you. No.
You should trust me.
I'll give it a go.
The second time you've made me want to cry today.
Yeah, this would be perfect, just to answer to Daniel questions. The what I'm looking for is like a certain rhythm on the vocal, and also that's my personal taste. I like when a vocal is a bit softer than, for example, the male vocal voice here is very strong, and this how can I say, firm, while her vocal is a bit more like stoned, that type of vocal, which I think works. And for example, this, if there wasn't the music behind, it would be like,
second time you've made me want to cry today.
Make me want to cry today. You make me want to cry today. If you take this vocal,
You've made me want to cry today. I've known you for like 40 minutes. You've made me want to cry today.
See?
I've known you for like 40 minutes, 30 minutes.
Could have known me for 4.
it seems also she's singing on the song, on the background song, and this is what
To me,
it's easier than to use.
do you think yours will be better than mine?
I think that yours is.
Working smart.
I don't know yet. Expectations. That was my mistake.
Do you want me to come on your podcast next?
That's another phrase that could be used. I'm gonna create a new track and place them there, just so that I can keep track of all the little slices that I'm creating.
I don't.
Why not?
Why
Why
not?
not?
For
Why not?
example, this is another very simple phrase that you can use here and there
No.
as an ear candy. Also, this would work.
No.
But I have a personal preference for female vocals because of the frequencies they sit on.
Okay, that's fine. All right, Rick, you can leave now.
I think I used this somewhere else
Rick,
already.
you can leave now.
Okay.
Have a good day.
Can you keep it going? I'm just going to plug some of my.
I saw the comments. You read the comments. You're responding to the comments because you don't have anything better to do with your time but respond to comments under my video.
Oh, she's so annoying. Sorry about that.
I was hoping to get to know you a little bit on here. The way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
You want to seem cool.
What does seem cool mean?
You're like, oh, I want my people to. Did you come up with that?
Mm-hmm.
Just went along with it.
Mm-hmm. I did it as a joke at like that's what they call themselves now.
You stalk me in your free time. You don't have to ask a question you know the answer to.
Okay.
Okay, that's another one.
Yeah.
And then we'll see. Now I'm just going with the flow a little bit.
Congratulations. You've been doing this for a lot longer. You're much older than me.
I'm 23.
You're not 23.
Okay.
I think we went over this when we did my podcast. You're like, what?
When you had all my information.
It's not my fault that no one actually cares enough to get that information right about you.
Okay, for example, it's not my fault. That's also musical, I would say. So yeah, I'm gonna stop here with looking for vocals because we have already a little bit eventually and going back and looking for something else if I need. So I'm gonna bring them at the beginning and move this a little bit so it's not in the middle of. Wait, I don't wanna. This is the last part I'm looking for, so leave it there. This I'm gonna just do that. Okay, so let's try to do something. You have to have faith in these parts, because most of the times it doesn't work since the beginning,
It's not my fault that no one actually.
Take down the.
It's not my fault that no one actually cares enough. It's not my fault that. It's not my fault that. It's not my fault that no one actually. That no one.
So this is music.
That no one actually cares enough to get that information right about you. It's not my fault that no one. That no one actually.
And also, you can really copy paste things. They don't have to make sense, you can.
But no one actually to get that info. But no one actually to get that info.
This is too fast, for example.
To get that information right about.
Of course, I can warp it, but
to get that information right about you. To get that about you. About you. Yeah. Yeah. But no one actually can. But no one actually. But no. But no. But no one actually can. But no one actually can. But no one actually. But no one actually. Can. But no one actually can. But no one actually can. But no one actually can. Yeah. Yeah.
For example, you could start like this. Yeah. Don't want to. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. We want to create a background, or
Yeah. But no. Yeah. But
okay, that's not gonna work. Let me find another softer part.
not an apology, Rick.
There's a lot of difference between one and the other.
Not an apology, Rick. Yeah. Not an apology. Not an apology. Yeah. Not. Yeah. Not an apology. Yeah.
Okay, the second step, when something seems to be slightly working, okay, you duplicate it so you can understand better if it works with the rhythm. Okay, so I'm gonna do like just these two bars.
Yeah. Not an apology. Yeah. Not an apology. Yeah. Yeah. Not.
Okay, I'm gonna move slightly this.
Yeah. Not an apology. 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 Yeah.
Let me see what she said.
Not an apology. Not an apology.
Okay, this is apology. I think I'm gonna stop her on apology. So fade out.
Not an apology. Yeah. Not an apology. Yeah. Not an apology.
Okay, metronome. Beep. Boop.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Not an apology. Yeah.
Jesus.
I didn't even know there's this Jesus Christ. I haven't heard it.
Yeah. Not an apology. Yeah.
Jesus.
Not an apology. Yeah.
Jesus.
Not an apology.
Okay, time to warp it.
Not an apology. Not an apology.
Tack.
Not an apology. Not an apology. Yeah. Not an apology. Yeah. Not an apology. Not an apology. Yeah.
Jesus.
Not an yeah.
Jesus.
Not an apology.
Jesus.
Not an apology.
Okay, let's make it.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Not an apology. 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 Yeah.
Let's see.
Not an apology. Yeah. Not an apology. Yeah.
Okay.
Not an apology. Yeah. 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 Not an apology. Yeah.
Okay, that's the first phrase. But okay, if this is too repetitive, okay, so I could do like first, second, first again, and here maybe something else. That's an option.
Yeah. Not an apology. Yeah. Yeah. Not an apology. Yeah. Yeah. Not an apology. 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 Yeah. Yeah. 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 Not an apology.
Okay, let's see if we get that. I don't want to go crazy about it.
Okay, that was really not. Okay, that was really not.
Okay, that's another possible option. So space it here, be closer, and yeah, this.
Okay, that was really yeah. Okay, that was really not. Yeah. Not an apology. Yeah. Really not. Yeah. Not an apology. Yeah. Really not. Yeah. Not an apology. Yeah. That was really not. Yeah. Not an apology. Yeah.
Jesus.
That was really not. Yeah.
Jesus.
Not an.
Let's go back. Let's go inside
That
here.
was. That was really. That was.
Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this little, or maybe.
Okay, that was really. Okay, that was really. Okay, that was really. Yeah.
Okay, that's also an option. So you start a bit.
Okay, that was really. Yeah.
Let me check.
Okay, that was really. Okay, that was really. Okay, that was really. Yeah.
Hey Dragos, Happy New Year.
Okay, that was really. Yeah.
Jesus.
Not an apology. Yeah.
Jesus.
Okay, that was really. Yeah.
Jesus.
Not an apology. Yeah. Okay, that was really. Yeah.
Jesus.
Okay, that's the way I work. You know.
Yeah. Okay, that was really. Yeah. Not an apology. Yeah. Okay, that was really. Yeah. Not an apology. Yeah.
But yeah, it's
Okay, that was. Okay, that was.
maybe we can work a bit more on this.
Okay, that was. Okay, that was. Yeah. Okay, that was. Okay, that was. Okay, that was. Okay, that was. Yeah. Okay, that was really. Yeah. Okay, that was really. Yeah. Not an apology. Yeah. Okay, that was really. Yeah.
I mean, this is a bit stronger. Okay, so it's I think this would be cool after at least 4 measures. So putting it here. Here I want something more close to this.
Not an apology.
I really like this
Not an apology.
this tone that she has here. So let's see if we.
That was really. That was really not. Not an apology.
Did you pump in the parking lot or did you pump while you were driving?
I was driving.
So how was? I'm sorry, you were.
I was driving.
So how do?
Okay, let's see what's happening here. Okay, this and delete this stuff. This I'm gonna place it here for later. Let's see how this.
I was driving. Yeah. Not an apology. Yeah. I was driving. Yeah. Not an apology. Yeah. I was driving. Yeah.
There's a bit of music there. Shit.
I was driving. Yeah. I was driving. Yeah.
Jesus.
Not an apology. I was driving. Yeah.
Jesus.
Not an apology. I was driving. Yeah. Not an apology. Yeah. I was driving. Yeah. Not an apology. Yeah.
Okay, so it could be this.
Yeah. Not an apology. Yeah. I was driving. Yeah. Not an apology. Yeah. Okay, that was really. Yeah. Not an
This is too loud.
Yeah. Not an apology. Yeah. Okay, that was really. Yeah.
let's suppose you start the track without this, maybe less. Certain point you have this starting. Then you add this. And this, of course, it's been made like quickly. This little vocal lick or vocal loop. The more you spend time on this, the more you can refine the selection of the words, and the more this becomes musical and groovy. This is, for example, what I've done in my track, Morning Breeze. I mentioned that track because it's a track that it's still having lots of listenings on Spotify or Bandcamp. Let me see if I can show it to you. Just if you don't remember or don't know the track, this track I'm playing it on Spotify. There's this vocal. That keeps repeating, and it's groovy, it's nice. That's basically the backbone of the track, so it's a good way to keep the track interesting. You can even make it it's super dry.
While I was driving.
Nobody will hear that music there, so it's fine. You can make it more interesting with some effects. Of course, I always suggest to add some effects to these type of vocals just to make them a little bit more vibey, let's say.
Non-apology.
A bit of delay, maybe some. Well, with the delay, you have to be careful because if it's not perfectly synced to the rhythm, it could create some repetitions that seems off time.
While I was driving. Non-apology. Okay, that was really non-apology. While I was driving. Non-apology. Okay, that was really non-apology.
If this seems too much to you, you can switch off this. Maybe it's too often. So let's check it out. It's nice. Okay, so that's the track. Let's try to imagine at this point, I'm playing this track, I'm on the dance floor. What else might this track need? Okay, so let's check the loop. Let's play it and repeat it. Don't forget we have a full podcast where we can still find phrases to work with. Of course, for the streaming sake, I don't wanna spend too much time on it. Because there are just 6 people here watching, and I don't want to bore these. I don't want to bore them. Otherwise, I'll stay just myself, So. But of course, when I work on my tracks, I spend much more time selecting this stuff here. This is important. Okay. Finding the right phrase, maybe on the 8th measure you put a phrase that is slightly different, that create that little difference from all the other ones actually that we could do.
I had to pour the milk into the bags. Really not. Okay, that was really. Do you want me to come on your podcast? Do you want me to come on? Do you want me?
Maybe this.
Do you want me to come on your podcast?
So you could do. Do you want me to? And then.
Do you want me to come on? Do you want me to come on? Do you want me to come?
And then I don't know. You can just copy this here. One cool thing that you can do when you warp the track, is moving. So for example, here I have this. I can move the portion of audio. Wait, I need to loop this region so that I can move it. Okay.
That was and that.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
And so you
they
can.
don't.
Yeah.
Not an apology.
They don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want me to come on? Okay.
Yeah.
Just.
Do you want me to come on? Okay.
Yeah.
Not. Do you want me to come on? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so here, for example, I don't like it completely, but that okay, it's not.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna move the starting point a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Not.
cool.
Do you want me to come on? Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want me to come on? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have 8 measures and 8 measures, and on the 8th you have this little variation. Okay, so I was saying, what could we have now? So the vibe of the track is well set. You can't do like I can't create something that changes it. So I have to follow that. But at the same time, you have different options, and you need to test them. For example, I was hearing in my mind, this. Now let's find something to do this thing with. So what could I use? Well, maybe I can just throw down a chord, and then see if with tantra I can mix it more musical. If I have any go-to kick drum samples, absolutely not. Unfortunately, I don't. I am not organized with my kicks, but also because a lot of times, I tried to use a kick from a previous track or from other tracks, and I found that it didn't work with the track I was working on, with the vibe I was going with. So yeah, every time I try, I tend to change, but this is not what I suggest to you guys. So if you have your kicks, for example, this is a good kick. I thought it lacked a little bit of high frequency, so I just added a little bit of click on top of it, but it's a good kick, so probably, I'm gonna save it and I'm gonna use it again. It's a very simple kick, but it's powerful and seems working. As you can see, there's not much processing on the kick. Usually the only things I have on my kick are an EQ, if we want to slightly EQ the kick, and a saturation plugin. For example, I have my saturator utility or clipper. The more you push the drive in, the more the kick will be saturated or clipped, so that you can take away a bit of the peak level and have a more consistent loudness without having a super loud peak level. I speak about this topic a lot in my videos on minimal improvements, and this is it. Or clipper, so standard clip. If you don't want to use the Ableton stock one, you use standard clip, this plugin here. But this one is not, needed on this sample, because as you can see, this sample, the loudest part is the body of the kick, so you don't have like and if you clip the body, it will distort, because that's where you have your low frequencies. I'm gonna show you. See, the moment you start clipping there, you distort. But sometimes, they have the attack that is much louder, and it's a very short transient. So if you clip that, you won't hear it, but what you achieve is a lower peak level, which helps, to then in the mastering phase achieve a louder master without having too much compression. So these are the only two processes that I have on my kicks most of the times. Okay, I think I forgot what I was thinking to do earlier, but it's fine. I'm gonna go inside Contact again. Today I feel like using Contact. I'm gonna go here in one shots, and I don't know, maybe look for a chord. Or if there's a stub, let's type stub. See? Oh, that's too loud. Okay, when I find a good sample inside Contact, instead of playing it from Contact, I don't like the Contact sampler. I press show in Finder, then create a new MIDI track, and simply drag the sample in the MIDI track so that it goes there. And let's see. Yeah, but I don't. Oops. This is pretty cool. Yeah, I don't want to use chords, to be honest, but okay, that's. All right, that's fun. That's easy. I mean, okay. Let me try some delay on it. It's not bad. That's interesting. be an option for a variation, you know, in the track, a section of the track as well. All right, so I can see we're 9 people here. Wow, guys. So someone still didn't type anything in the chat. Let me know if you're there, if you're hearing me, if you're bored, if you're interested, if you have some suggestions on where I should go. We still have a few minutes. The live is gonna end soon because I think after 6 I will have to go. But we did something more today, so it was productive. And that's the point of it, you know? Uh, These are all effects that are good if you do like old school tech house, you know, all these little effects, one shots are fun. For this genre, I think. This is cool. This is interesting. I'm gonna take it and see, because that, you know, reverse thing I think is fun. So I'm gonna create a MIDI track and just copy this for now. And use this one in this MIDI track. Come on. Go there. Too many screens. Okay, there. Boom. The Discord 4 sounds like a great weapon for inspiration. Hey, Mickey. How's it going, Michaela? Good to see you. Yes, it's pretty cool. Especially with this sample worked really fine. It's a delay basically, but with a lot of modulation too inside, so it can really give you an expected result, which is what we like. So yeah, it's not really the perfect sample, but I think we can find a use for this. Yeah, it's not the right key, so it's a major chord, so it can't work very well with a minor scale. Let's move on. Let's find something else. I'm gonna go on synth lead. Oh, I'm gonna try it with a synth because I want to play a chord and finding, you know, the right sample, and most of the time it's not in the right key, so I have to imagine how it sounds in the right key. So yeah, it's a bit of a mess in this case. So I'm gonna find a synth, so that will make my life easier, or sequenced thing, you know. In Analog Lab, you go here, you press on sequence, and these are sequenced sound. So I might find something interesting. Of course, a lot of them are with the. This I used them. I remember I tried it. I don't remember which track is this track in, so let me check it out. I think, yeah, it's D. Damn. This is interesting. It seems like it's like a hi-hat pattern. So I wanna try to lay it down and see if it makes a good effect with the rest of the groove. Yeah, we can try with different keys, tones, and see. See. It's not bad. Maybe I can resample this. Bounce track in place. Let me save first. Okay, bounce track in place. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of swing. I think there's already some swing. Actually. Oh, nice. EQ8. And that's it. So I'm gonna bring in the hi-hat group. It's not this one. It's up there. There we go. Now let's go back to our previous sound. So back to Analog Lab. Okay, let's see if we find something else. And these sounds are terrible. I just want to find something that respond to this one. But I think this will be our next time task. Probably next week I'll do another live next Monday or Tuesday. So I can keep going with this track, but yeah, let's see the older synth that we played. Where is it? This one here. Maybe we can just move these notes, you know. Let's see. Yeah, that's not bad. Yes. See, this is one thing that I wanted to show you. You know, you prepare some material later, then maybe you add something else, then maybe you go back to that material, you slightly change it. Now, the way it's placed before it wasn't working, but now it's kind of answering to that stub. That's cool. Okay, I think I'm satisfied for this 1 hour session. I added something else. I think next time will be time to extend the track and potentially find a good arrangement that makes these elements that I already have work, so that I don't have to add more things. But of course, even if this is the part where the ideation and creativity is most intense, also when you are in the arrangement phase, you might realize you need something more, you need to change something. So the creative phase never actually ends. And I recently watched a video where this guy was explaining how he separates the creative part to the arrangement part. Yeah, this would be ideally the best way, but I think it's not always possible. And actually, I don't want to close the creativity part ever. I just want to keep the doors open to make my track as best as I can. Cool. Hope you enjoyed this session. And thanks for those 10 people who attended. Thanks to the guys who said hi in the chat. And I'll see you next week. Have a good weekend, guys. Ciao, ciao.